Condition ratings released this week by the USDA list 39% of Nebraska's winter wheat crop as good to excellent, 49% is categorized as fair, while 12% is poor to very poor. For the state as a whole, the crop experienced a December through February timeframe both warmer and wetter than average, although sustained pockets of dryness have existed, especially in southwest Nebraska. Nebraska Extension's Stephen Wegulo says growers should now be scouting their fields for signs of disease issues. We talked with Stephen Tuesday and started by asking about the current progress of Nebraska's wheat.
Well, the wheat crop looks good right now, but we have had some freeze damage in some fields. It's not too bad, and I think the wheat will come out of it. However, if we get another deep freeze, because the wheat has already come out of dormancy and it's growing, then the damage could be significant.
We saw stripe rust last fall. What's its progress so far this spring?
We have not seen it this spring yet. My hope is that the cold, freezing temperatures in the winter killed it. But we also had a fairly mild winter, and there is a possibility that it may have overwintered in some fields. And so growers are advised to scout starting now, especially if you saw stripe rust in your field last fall, then it's very, very crucial that you get out and scout to determine whether it overwintered or not.
Are fungal leaf spot diseases a problem?
They can be, because we are having a forecast that says the spring will have above normal precipitation. And fungal leaf spots are favored by wet weather and cool to warm temperatures. So they can be a problem, especially if wheat was drilled into wheat stubble or in no-till or reduced tillage fields where there is a crop residue on the soil surface.
Powdery mildew yet?
Not yet, but as wheat grows, we expect that there will be powdery mildew, especially if we are going to have wet weather. Powdery mildew is favored by high humidity, which is usually in the lower canopy. So when scouting, look under the lower canopy for powdery mildew. It may be there, but you may not see it in the upper canopy.
How do you weigh whether or not to use a fungicide application, especially with the current economics of wheat right now?
Right now, there are two criteria that growers should use when deciding to apply a fungicide. The high-risk scenarios or situations are if you see stripe rust in your field, then it will be worthwhile to apply a fungicide to stop its development, or at least to slow down the development. Number two, if you have wheat residue or wheat stubble on the surface of your field, then the fungal leaf spots like tan spot or septoria, with moisture that we are seeing right now, the risk for those fungal leaf spots to develop to severe levels is high. So if you see stripe rust in your field, or you have wheat residue in your field and you are seeing tan spot or septoria starting to develop, those are the two high-risk scenarios where you may consider applying a fungicide early in the growing season. But we also usually recommend that you wait until the flag leaf to protect the flag leaf, because it contributes the most to grain yield. And so if you don't see disease, wait until the flag leaf. If you see disease, stripe rust especially, or tan spot in a wheat stubble field, then you may consider applying a fungicide early in the season.
Is the idea of 2 applications this season completely out of the question?
It's not. In fact, actually, depending on the situation, there could be a situation where a grower may need to apply 3 times, which we hope not.
That's economically feasible?
Well, no. But again, if you don't do anything, and you could lose the whole crop. So the situations are, if early in the season before flag leaf, if there's stripe rust in the field, you really need to do something about it. Then flag leaf to protect the flag leaf. But because we are expecting a wet spring, there may be fusarium head blight. So those areas that are Fusarium head blight prone, like south central Nebraska and southeast Nebraska, the possibility really exists for 3 fungicide sprays if we get Fusarium head blight at heading.